Hey everyone, my name's Kristen and welcome to My Cathedral Garden. If you are new here, I am so glad that you're here. I am a former elementary education teacher who is now a homeschool mom, a second-year homeschool mom. I have 4 kiddos and they range in ages from 10 all the way down to 3. And today we are going to be talking about how we keep Christ in Christmas. So come along. Okay, so this video is part of a collaboration that is hosted by Wendy over at Plan Prep Pray. So if you are here from that playlist, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And if you don't know Wendy from Plan Prep Pray, then totally stop what you're doing and go check out her channel, check out her Instagram content. She is so fun, so high energy, has so many great ideas. I just really enjoy her content. So make sure that you check out her and all of the rest of the ladies that are contributing today to this playlist. Okay, so how we keep Christ in the Christmas season. It's hard. For me, Christmas personally is very, very stressful. I think for all moms it is. I saw a meme that went around this year that said, you remember back when you were a kid and Christmas was just all magical and everything. Christmas wasn't magical, your mom was. And now you're the mom. And so I know myself, I know my personality. I don't do well with planning. I don't do well with creating just magic and fun. I'm not creative. Too much coming at me overwhelms me. So I really struggle at Christmas time, where it can be something every day. They get something new. It's an advent calendar. They open up a box and it can get to be so much. You've got to make sure you build a gingerbread house. You've got to make sure you do this. You've got to make sure you do that. And it quickly just, I can just feel myself going in. Plus on top of that, making sure you have presents for everyone and making sure you're staying on budget. It's just a recipe for stress. So one thing that we do is an Advent study, and I have been looking for a good one. There are plenty. I don't do well with the Advent studies that you're making all the things or you're having to gather a bunch of supplies. This year I found, and I actually found it late. I got it in, we got this in on the 6th. It is a Jesus Christmas, Explore God's Amazing Plan for Christmas, and it includes a family journaling space. Hopefully you can see that. And it is written by Barbara Rioch. I don't know, I'm probably gonna butcher her name. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. She is the children's director leader person at BSF, so Bible Study Fellowship International. If you have not heard that before, it is a worldwide Bible study that people do here. It is phenomenal. Well, the lady who does the kids stuff, she wrote this, and it has been great. So it's just going through basically Advent. So this is like December 2nd, like the stars in the sky. And so it says, read Genesis 15 verses 1 through 6. What did God promise to Abram? And how did Abram respond to God's promise? And then it has just a little bit of an explain section here and an engage section. And so you can write down, you can ask these questions to your kiddos, and you can either write this down and this can be a consumable thing for the year, or you can not write in it, which is what I've chosen. And then, so you have the engaged questions you're going to ask your kiddos, and then enter in a prayer time. And then there's little tidbits like, did you know that God gave Abram and Sarai new names? Now they are called Abraham and Sarah. We'll learn about that tomorrow. And then a family journal spot. So I just honestly put these on my copier, let my kids color the sheets that they're given, and I'll put them all in a folder. It's great, it's short, it's quick, it's easy. And then I can add in my own things, whether that is drinking hot chocolate and going to look at Christmas lights or whatever. I can add that in whenever we have the time. and whenever we have the margin. And that's the way I like to do things. Saying I'm going to go and do XYZ on this certain day makes me nervous to like close it off like that. And so this works great. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is ways that you can serve. Whether that is making baked goods for our neighbors, or going around caroling for them, or taking their trash back up for them, you know, just different things. I want to make sure that in the small ways that we can, obviously with COVID, that makes things a little bit trickier. We can't go into nursing homes and sing. We did that last year with another family, and it was precious. And I am dying that we are not able to do that again. Making Christmas cards to my own grandparents who are not getting out as much as they would be. Making Christmas cards maybe for assisted livings that we could go and do. Or I've even thought about, maybe I wonder if we could go to their windows. I don't know. I'm still rolling around some ideas, but just getting out and serving. And we are serving because, and telling them every single time that we are serving because Jesus served us and Jesus came for us. And he did not come as a king. He did not come with a sword. He came as a baby. And so we are going to just serve people and love on them. So that is another way that we are keeping Christ in Christmas. It's looking for opportunities and ways to not only bless each other, which that is where it starts, is in your home. If you're not working on blessing each other in your home, you're gonna have a really hard time, I feel like, going and blessing others outside of it. And so we really, my husband and I, harp on being kind and being a blessing to the people within the walls of your own house. And just even the little things. We have a play nativity that we set out. So I have a real one that is like porcelain that I set up. I actually have 3. So I have that real one. And then I have one that actually my husband's mother gave to me. It was what a friend made for her out of bread dough, and it is gorgeous. It's one of my most prized possessions. I love it so much. I'll show that to y'all. I have our porcelain one that, once again, nobody can touch. They can look at. But both of those are set up a little taller. And then I also got a play nativity. It's not the Fisher-Price one, although I love that one. It's just one that was from Hobby Lobby. And I love their plastic and easily replaceable if we happen to lose one, which we have not yet. I'm so surprised. But that is on kid level, and they are welcome to play with that as much as they want. And it's so sweet because I had my nativity set up, my little porcelain one, and I had the wise men further off. I always put them further off because that's biblically accurate. Whether or not I should or not, whatever. And I went the other day, and I think I took a picture of it. If so, I'll try to insert the clip here. And I saw that somebody had moved the wise men and the shepherds that were on the outside in and close and facing into the manger scene. And then they put 2 little flameless votives and turned them on to where the candles were going around baby Jesus. And it was just so precious because I was like, and it was my 6-year-old who has not accepted Christ yet. We are obviously praying for her sweet, precious little soul, but it's getting there. My stories and my trying to do the Advent readings and all the things, they're not returning void, and God is just so good, isn't he? He just is. And so having play nativities that they can get and act out the stories that you're telling them. Watching nativity stories, so watching films or cartoons that have the nativity stories. Buck Denver's, what's the meaning of, what's it called? I'm gonna look that up right now. Okay. Why do we call it Christmas Buck Denver? It is made by the guy that came up with VeggieTales. He now has a puppet show, and that is put on, that is really good. We were watching it and my kids were going, that sounds like the P, the Grandpa P, you know, because it's some of the same voices. And it answered so many questions about Christmas. Like, why is it called Christmas? Why do we have Christmas trees? Why do we sing carols? Why all these things? It is so good. So good. Totally 100% recommend. So just, you know, pointing their eyes towards different things, being the mouthpiece for your home. And then also just in the books you read, and they don't necessarily have to all be quote unquote Jesus Christmas books. One of my very favorite Christmas stories is this one. And I don't know if it's not in just a golden book. This is one from my childhood that my mom loved. It's called Noel, and it is about this little ornament. And I mean, I'll give you the premise of it. So this ornament is a hand-blown glass ornament, and when the maker makes this specific ornament, at the time he was blowing it, the maker got news that he had his first grandchild, and he cried tears of joy, and one of the tears of joys rolled down into Noel, and they called it his happiness. Okay, so then Noel was sold as part of a set, put on a Christmas tree, and he saw all the things of Christmas for this family he watched. These kids grow up year after year, and he saw this little house, and he's like, whoa, what is that house down there? He's talking to the Christmas trees every year, different tree, obviously. What a magnificent thing called Christmas. Everybody's so happy. All the things. So basically, eventually he gets left in an attic and forgotten about, and becomes old, and the house gets old and stuff, but the house becomes old and decrepit, and people buy it, fix it back up again, and lo and behold, they find the box of the hand-blown glass ornaments, and all of them are broken except for Noel. And so they decide to hang Noel on the tree. But what happens? He falls. And when he falls, he is asked every Christmas, obviously I've skipped some, even though Noel's body was broken into 100 pieces, he was still aware, and from his position on the floor, he could see into the little toy stable for the first time. Why are there little toy people things, he said, and little toy child things? And then there was a thing called a miracle, and he now knows that there is the true happiness of Christmas. And so it just points to Christ, and it's just sweet little books like that, that just reiterate the things that you are trying to get into the hearts of those precious kiddos that you have. I hope that this has just been helpful for you, and that you have gotten so many ideas. I cannot wait to see and watch all of the other videos that I'm sure have much more solid and put together content than I do. I know that there are going to be some awesome ideas, and I'm just gonna need to take notes. If you wouldn't mind, if you have enjoyed this video, just hitting that like button, and if you would think about subscribing, it would mean so much to me. I really appreciate it. Comment below and let me know if there's something that you do that we could totally add, and how you feel about the Christmas season. Are you one of those people that like just woohoo, heads into it, and you're just so excited and so ready, and that you've got it all planned out and you just can't wait? Or is it sometimes stressful? Or do how do you feel about it? Just let me know. I enjoy engaging with you so much. It's just fun. This YouTube community of homeschool mamas is unlike any other, so I'm just grateful to be a part. All right guys, until next time, see ya.